seekers in the night, hopes and fears written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Let the cards turn around, mysteries we...
Good morning. Look at me on this day off. Already up, bright-tailed and bushy-eyed. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I hope everybody had that amazing weekend. Good morning, Maureen and Angelina and Jenny. It is, and merry happy solstice to all. So I had a wonderful weekend doing absolutely nothing. It's kind of glorious. Although Mina dragged me to the mall. So that was something. So what are we doing here today? On this Monday. Other than listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. Mine is to take a breath. Checking outside to see how much blue is out there. I don't think it's going to rain today, so that's nice. Checking in with where the feet are. The feet at least relax, wiggling the toes. And then the butt doing the kitty dance, getting comfortable. Checking our shoulders and our neck. Oh, that's good. Here we come to the end of the year, and I'm kind of excited. I'm going to start lining up more events. I only have a couple events lined up so far this year for January and February, so... But I enjoy doing this a lot. So, this is our chance, though, on this glorious, glorious Monday. Check in with the universe, see how we're feeling. Check in if there's anything like anger or resentments. It's kind of like a daily inventory where we check in and say, hey, you know, if I'm feeling something, if I think about it, look at it in the morning, maybe I won't get triggered later on in the day if something happens. So that's kind of the goal. Make our little universes a little bit better. Except when it does that, right? So what is going on? Am I going to have to get new cameras? Is that what's going on? I thought I had it fixed. So let's see what I need to do here. Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll just uninstall the software and start from scratch. So, and again, remember, there are no coincidences, and everything's an omen. So we can take the life's little things like that and let it blow us out of the water. Or we could realize that, hey, the universe needed me to just hold for that extra 5 seconds. It's like, trust the plan. So I am going to do what? I'm going to make our 3 stacks. It's like each one of these is a different thread going out to the universe. Each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead us down one path. This conversation is a totally different path from this conversation. So today, Monday, let's take the center stack, or what I like to think of as things that are right at the heart. It's what's right at the center. Okay, I'm going to do our 3 and 1. I love this tablecloth. Okay. Flipping each card over one at a time like we're reading the pages of a book. Oh, so this is actually kind of a good way to start a Monday. So we have the Knight of Wands. And so knights. Knights are the element of fire. All the court cards have elements. And with a court card could be us, somebody else, or part of the situation. But this is a knight who's ready for the day. He's got some fire, he's got some energy, he's got a wand. And wands are our passion, our creativity, our drive. So I did not wake up this morning as the Knight of Wands. As a matter of fact, I wanted to stay in bed. I wanted to just kind of chill there. But I knew I would feel better if I came in and did this morning and met up with everybody. So kind of got me, gave me a good drive. And so when we see this card, it's about a reminder. Oh yeah, maybe I can try and add a little oomph to the day. But what is he staring at? Oh, okay. So I always talk about, and again, the excitement of flipping cards over one at a time, because now we have the 10 of Wands. And again, wands are our actions, our fire, our creativity. And my gosh, something is just weighed underneath that entire mat of wands right there. When we get to the 10 of Wands, that is a lot of energy, action, passion. That's where we sometimes get to the point where we don't even realize the weight that we're carrying as we're getting things done. We got 10 wands that we're carrying. We're holding them like this. They're like logs. When we were just being a Knight of Wands, we had one. It's easy. But then we get 2. Then we get 4. Then we get 7. So when we get to the 10 of Wands, it's a reminder that when we start out something like this, that's great. We want to have the passion, the drive, and the energy. But remember that this is not the King of Wands. Kings see things clearly. Kings will manage things better. A king would say, you take 5 wands, you take 5 wands. But when we're the Knight of Wands, sometimes we just jump into something, and then it's so important that we just get things done, or we do this, or we do that. We do this, we do that, we do this. We get into this rut, and then we feel the 10 of Wands. And I don't care how much of a night we start out with, but there's times where we just don't realize the pressure we're putting on ourselves. But let's see what the next card is. It is the 7 of Wands. So, when we are being the Knight of Wands and we don't realize the amount of tasks or the weight of the tasks, the things that are weighing on our shoulders, when we just have too many things, sometimes we need to figure out a way to just at least drop 3 of them. That would bring us back to the 7 of Wands. And 7s are about the potential, and it's the drive again, but it's also about trying to line things up. It's about trying to, as I always say with the 7 of Wands, it seems to come up all the time, but it's the herding cats. So sometimes we put ourselves in that stressful situation because we want to get things done, or things are taking longer than they should. I mean, imagine the Knight of Wands. We start out, we're going to do things, and it's not the instant gratification we were expecting. So over a period of time, the Knight of Wands can become the 10 of Wands. All those sticks. And then we end up realizing, because a 10 is what? A 10 is a 1 and a 0. And a 1 is an ace. It's about starting over. It's about starting the cycle over again. Sometimes we just say, okay, I can't do everything. I'll do this much. But I mean, is that really the answer? So I'm not really seeing an answer here. I'm seeing a taking too much, not getting things done, dropping stuff. But it doesn't look like there's an accomplishment going on here. So let's see the advice card. It is the 4 of Wands. So how many legs are on a table? I'm counting 4. That sounds pretty stable, doesn't it? So, as we are going through today, it's about recognizing we have things we need to do this week. We have holidays we have to gear up for. We may have presents we still need to buy. And that stuff is not about being stable. That stuff is about, I'm running late, oh my gosh. Or we may have things to do at our job. But today, with all this fire, all this energy, all this drive going on, today's just about remembering that if we don't slow down, if we don't find a stable path with all this, then that 10 of Wands is just going to weigh us down. We're going to go back to the 7 of Wands because we're not going to finish it. And then we're going to go from the 7 to the 10, from the 7 to the 10, from the 7 to the 10. Unless we take a breath and we look for that 4 of Wands, which is, okay, this is my appropriate use of my energy. So this is what happens when we let our fire and energy run wild. And we can possibly run into a cycle. This is when we decide to do something positive with all that energy. Fire in the hearth. So today, think about all those things on that task list, because every one of those things on our task for the week or for the day, each one of those is a wand. And individually, they are fine. But when you put them all listed out in your brain, that's when it starts weighing us down. So today, it's about being realistic. It's about measuring the amount of energy we actually have, and then accomplishing 4 things instead of doing 80% of 10 things. So today, what are the 4 things I can accomplish 100% instead of the 10 things that I can accomplish 80%? And with that, wow, I hope everybody has an amazing day. I'm planning on being up bright-tailed and bushy-eyed tomorrow, which is the 23rd. So, enjoy everybody, and thanks again, and take care.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand, whispers of faith.